Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and emotional stories ever told. Seriously, it's a journey that has everything. We're talking intense jealousy, crushing betrayal, and unbelievable injustice. But it's also a story about how incredible patience can lead to the most amazing victory.
So this is the big question that hangs over the entire story. I mean, how does a kid, literally left for dead at the bottom of a well, end up running an entire country? It sounds impossible, right? Well, let's break down exactly how it all went down.
Okay, so our story kicks off with a young boy named Yusuf. He's the beloved son of the Prophet Yaqub, and it's pretty clear from a young age that there's something special about him. He's wise, he's kind, and he's just blessed. And it all really starts with this dream. One night, Yusuf has this incredible vision. He sees 11 stars, the sun, and the moon, all bowing down to him. He tells his father, who gets it immediately. This is the prophecy, a sign of a massive destiny. But he gives Yusuf a crucial piece of advice. Whatever you do not tell your brothers. He knew it would just spark their jealousy. And yeah, his father was absolutely right to be worried. Consumed by envy, Yusuf's brothers cook up this terrible, deceptive plan. They lead him far away from home and, in the ultimate act of betrayal, they throw him into a deep, dark well, leaving him to die.
But this wasn't the end of his story. Not even close. It was actually the beginning of a whole new and incredibly difficult chapter. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, a passing caravan finds him, and this is where his journey of patience and faith is truly put to the test.
And you have to understand, this ordeal went on for years. Decades, really. As a boy, he's betrayed by his own family. Then, as a young man, he's sold into slavery in a foreign country, Egypt. And just when you think it can't get any worse, as an adult, he's thrown into prison for a crime he absolutely did not commit.
So while he's in Egypt, he faces this intense test. The wife of his master, a really powerful official, tries to seduce him. Now, he could have given in, but he didn't. He chose his faith over that temptation, staying true to his principles.
But here's the thing. Doing the right thing didn't save him. In fact, for refusing her, he gets falsely accused and chucked into prison. But even in the darkness of a jail cell, for years on end, he never, ever lost hope. He actually found a new purpose there, teaching others about faith and even interpreting dreams for his fellow prisoners.
So, years pass, and then everything changes. The big turning point. And believe it or not, it all starts with another dream. But this time, it's not Yusuf's dream. It's the king of Egypt's, and it's a dream that has all his advisors completely stumped.
And that's when someone remembers, hey, wait a minute, there was that guy in prison who could interpret dreams. So Yusuf is brought before the king. He explains the dream perfectly. 7 fat cows means 7 years of great harvest, followed by 7 skinny cows, which means 7 years of terrible famine. But he doesn't stop there. He also offers a solution. Save up grain during the good years to survive the bad ones.
The king was just blown away by this, by his wisdom, by his foresight. He doesn't just free Yusuf from prison, he elevates him. The man who was a slave, who was a prisoner, is now put in charge of the entire nation's food supply. An unbelievable rise to power.
And just as Yusuf predicted, the famine hits, and it hits hard. It's not just in Egypt, it's everywhere in the region. And this devastating famine is what sets the stage for one of the most incredible reunions you can possibly imagine. Because guess who shows up in Egypt, desperate for food? His own brothers. The very same men who threw him in a well all those years ago. And now here they are, standing before this powerful Egyptian official, begging for help, with absolutely no clue that they're talking to the brother they left for dead. So, after putting them through a few tests to see if they've changed, the moment of truth finally arrives. Yusuf is ready to reveal who he is, and this leads to the absolute climax of the entire story. Just picture this scene for a second. The tables have completely 100% turned. His brothers are weak, they're ashamed, they're literally at his mercy. Yusuf has all the power in the world to get his revenge right then and there. So what does he do? He looks at the men who ruined his childhood, who sold him into slavery, and he says, "No blame will there be upon you today." Just like that, he forgives them completely. And with that, the family is reunited. Yusuf brings his father, his brothers, everyone to live with them in honor in Egypt. And that dream he had as a little boy of the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars bowing down to him, it finally came true. Not because he sought power, but because of decades of patience and unwavering trust.
So, what are the big takeaways from this incredible journey? Well, it shows us that someone else's betrayal doesn't have to be the end of your destiny, that even the worst injustice can't stop a greater plan. It teaches us that faith can be your shield against temptation, and maybe most importantly, that forgiveness is so much more powerful than revenge.
Ultimately, this story is more than just a story. It's a lesson, and it leaves us with a really important question to ask ourselves. When life gets tough, when things feel deeply unfair, will we be able to remember the patience of Yusuf?